What's going on, everybody? PokeTrev here. I want to welcome you back to another fireside chat. This week is one that I am extremely excited for. If you're a member of the Vault Squad, which I'm sure a bunch of you are, you'll know this man, Mr. SniffyMcrib, owner of Vivid Imagination Collectibles, Twitch streamer extraordinaire, good dude, good buddy of mine. Glad to have him here. So without further ado, welcome in SniffyMcrib.
Yo,
What's going on, buddy?
what's up, dude?
How are you, man?
Oh, just kicking it. It's freaking Friday, so we're happy.
Yep.
We're living
Oh,
life. We're
absolutely.
enjoying it.
I know,
Yeah.
man. Before we get into all the cool Pokemon stuff, I get to, just bond with you over the fact. I think one of the main reasons why I bond with you so well is because you understand my plight. We're both in property management.
I'm still in my work clothes, dude. I didn't even have time to change when I got home.
I know.
No shower, no nothing. I'm a dirtball right now.
Yeah, I know. I was thinking about it. It's like, oh man, whenever I was thinking about asking him, I'm like, man, he's literally going to get off of work and then just jump right on. So I really appreciate you coming on tonight, man. I really appreciate you being here.
Dude, I'd rather be doing this than taking down blinds and patching walls and dealing with my cleaning lady and dealing with tenants. Trust me.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So real quick, just want to shout out. We got a few people in chat. Quasi jumped in. He's actually early gang at 9 o'clock this morning, saying woo. We got Oscar Quintana, Tiffany Gruel, Package Total's in here. Package Total is in your Twitch channels as what is it? Fatal. Fatal is Fatal in Twitch is Package Total.
What up, guys?
What's going on? So yeah, man, let's jump in easy peasy. First question I usually like to ask is like, what got you into the hobby in the first place? I know we're around the same age range, so you probably grew up watching or playing or collecting Pokemon.
Like originally?
Yeah.
So of course I started when hold on, I forgot to put my phone on silent. Of course I started when base set first came out.
Right.
Like that's when it all started. And then coming back into it was right before Vivid Voltage released.
Wow.
So like back around the hype, like when it was super hype, dude. You couldn't buy it anywhere. You couldn't find it in stores. And it was miserable. Just I felt like a crack fiend pretty much.
Yeah.
Like running around searching. Like, dude, I would go to CVS. I would go to Target. I would go to all three of my Walmarts. I was going everywhere to hunt Pokemon cards, man. So,
right.
Yeah, that's kind of what brought me back in. And the big Chonkachu just like sealed my love. That rainbow Chonkachu was my love from Vivid Voltage.
Yeah, no. It's so funny because I didn't get back into the hobby until Go came out last summer, but I would listen to a bunch of podcasts, especially like during the pandemic and whatnot, when all of that was kind of going on. I spent a lot of time running just to get myself out of the house and keep exercise going. And I would listen, one guy talking about them camping outside of Target for an hour before they opened to try and get inside to get the weekly drops of cards, which
did you experience all that when it was crazy, or have you been able to just kind of go and buy at Target, Walmart?
I've gotten to appreciate. Now, granted, going to Target and buying cards is still difficult because they barely restock around my house. But no, I've gotten to I'm in the golden era of collecting. My wife says hi. How's it going, Mrs. PokeTrev? Mike Keller jumped in and said, so much mid on one screen. Yeah, the midest.
That's
the
crazy.
Midest on a single screen. Tyler, maximum mid. My wife pointed out, I have that same poster with the starters and Pikachu and Mewtwo and Eevee. I've got that one.
This
in
one?
Our room upstairs.
Or this one?
No, yeah, the one right there to your left. Your other left.
Dude, I'm so turned around.
I know. But no, yeah, no. So I got into the hobby. I mean, I played Pokemon Go, played pretty religiously, and then whenever they announced they were doing a Pokemon Go set, in my head, I'm like, this is awesome. I'm gonna get the player's pin or the pin for my team, and I had no idea at the time how terrible that set was going to be.
Oh,
But
garbage, dude.
dude, it's absolute trash. But it did, like, I'm grateful for it because, man, I bought the Instinct pen collection, and I opened up that first pack, and I'm like, oh yeah, all right, cool, man. I feel like I'm a kid again.
It
Ended
still
up
brings
going.
back those memories. No matter
It
how
does,
bad the set was, it's
right?
still so much fun, especially when that's your first set coming back.
Oh,
You
for
know, it,
sure,
it brings back all those memories. I remember
right?
just ripping a crap ton of Vivid Voltage and just like, dude,
Yeah.
why haven't I been doing this years ago?
Oh, I know, man. Like, and it's even weirder because when you look at like the value of even like the XY and Sun and Moon Arrow, those sets have gotten just ridiculous in the last 6 to 8 months, even. But you
Hmm.
look at sets like that, like Cosmic Eclipse is probably my favorite Pokemon card set that I wasn't around for because I just love the tag teams. I love the way that they can. Oh, geez.
He's like this right now. Where's he at? Where is Pally right now, bro? I haven't seen a video from him in a long time.
I know. I think
We
I
could-
mean, I know his stuff pops up. I think I'll see like in my notifications, he'll pop up on YouTube. He's still running his shop, I believe.
Is he? Good for him.
Yeah. But no, man. Yeah, it's so crazy to think about like everything I've missed because I got out when Neo wrapped up. Like at the end of the Neo era is whenever I stopped collecting the first time. Um, what about you? When did you fall off the Pokemon game?
When I was a kid,
Yeah.
probably like right after Team Rocket, somewhere right around there.
Okay. Oh wow. So yeah,
Uh,
Team Rocket. Then I guess after that was Gym Challenge, Gym Heroes.
yeah, because I was into a
Nice.
pretty heavy base set. I remember
Oh
ripping a
yeah.
crap ton of base set packs, fossil packs, jungle
Yeah.
packs, and I remember I can probably get my dad in here. He went and bought me um base set Zard. He bought me and my cousin a base
Nice.
set Zard. And dude, I was so happy. I think I was like 9 or 10, and he
Right.
spent like $40 on these base set Zards. Imagine if you could just still go pick
Oh,
up
I
base
know.
set Zards for $40.
Dude, I'll never forget. I was at Books a Million because they had the Pokemon League weekly tournaments, and I was there, and we were in like the so you got like the gym badges. They did the gym badges at Books a Million, Toys R Us, stuff like that, and there was a tournament. There were these older kids playing, and I'm sitting there with my friends, and I'm 8 or 9 years old at the time, and we're just playing amongst ourselves, and this kid's just like, I need 10 grass energies for my next match because I'm running a different deck. I've got a Charizard for anybody that has 10 grass energies. And I had my little shoebox with my cards in it. I'm like, dude, I've got 10 grass energies right here.
Oh,
So
I'd hopped on that.
I got my base set Zard for 10 grass energies, and it went into I had the red Pokedex looking binder from back in the
Uh-huh.
day, and it went
Oh
right in
yeah.
there. No sleeve, no nothing, just right into the binder, and that binder ended up getting lost in Hurricane Katrina. Whenever that hit, we lost so much stuff, but all my Pokemon cards got lost then.
And you know what's funny? Kids to this day are still the same. Like how we
Oh, I
just
know.
used to
Oh
shove like
yeah.
cards in
Oh
our
my gosh, cards in
pockets.
the
And
pocket. Oh
like I run the Pokemon Club at my library every Thursday. And these
yeah.
kids are like, they'll come up to me to trade and they'll just be like pulling cards out of their pocket. They'll be like, I got this for you. What would
Oh
you trade for this? And it's like just so dinged up and so beat. And I'm
oh
trying to teach them the meaning of putting their cards in sleeves and
right
saving them. Because I
right
mean, I don't know what happened to my original cards, whether I sold them or lost them somewhere. I have
right.
no clue what happened to them. But if if I have one regret, it's losing all those cards that I
Yeah
had from back in the day and just
yeah
keeping them fresh and clean. So it sucks when you
right.
see these kids just doing what
Making the
they
same mistakes we did.
yeah, and you try and correct those mistakes. And some kids
Right
are good with it, dude. I know
right
this one kid. He's a little bit older, like 12. He lives at one of my apartment complexes, and he's always showing me his cards, and he's always
right.
putting his cards in sleeves and in binders,
That's awesome.
and just taking really good care of them. So it's
Yeah
cool to see kids keeping up with the hobby because
right.
this hobby's going to go on for hopefully
Oh
forever, right?
right.
And that's what's going to carry it on. It's not going to be me. It's not going to be you. It's going to be
No.
the kids coming up. You know, it's
Yep.
going to be the 9-year-olds, 10-year-olds, 12-year
Right.
olds collecting for the rest of their lives. So
Absolutely.
it's good to see them carrying on good habits And just seeing kids in general go crazy for Pokemon cards.
Oh,
bro.
I know, man. Dude, it is. Like, so our oldest, I mean, he is really intrigued by the cards. He likes to look at them and stuff, but he's very good about it. When he gets a good one, he'll ask me, he'll be like, "Is this good?" I'm like, "Yes." He's like, "All right, I need a sleeve." And make sure to, sleeve it up and put it with his, his stack. But no, like you said, we are not like we are the current generation, but we were once this generation of kids, and you know, so it's really cool seeing the next generation of kids get into the hobby because 10, 15, 20 years down the line, those kids are going to be us sitting here doing podcasts and opening cards on camera and talking to their friends about it, and then bringing on the next generation. Because you're right, like this is probably going to go on forever.
Yeah, I don't see Pokemon going anywhere.
No.
Do you do any other TCGs besides Pokemon? Do you do Magic, Digimon, Yu-Gi-Oh, Dragon Ball? Do you do any of those?
So I got out of the hobby to get into Yu-Gi-Oh because Yu-Gi-Oh had started getting really big at the time, and I did that for a while and then got into Magic the Gathering. So I played Magic the Gathering off and on for probably about 10 or 11 years. I even played in tournaments and stuff. And then just got out of it. Although if I was to get into any other hobby again, it would probably be Magic or Dragon Ball, because watching you open those Dragon Ball packs, those, like, just for the artworks alone, those cards are gorgeous.
Yeah, I love Dragon Ball art. I've never really been like into the anime of Dragon Ball or anything, but Dragon Ball cards are S tier, bro. They're just,
absolutely.
They're gorgeous.
Yeah,
gorgeous
I couldn't
cards.
even, like, looking at those cards, I couldn't even begin to understand how that game might be played. But I mean, they're beautiful binder pieces, if nothing else, man.
Yeah. My favorite set behind, or favorite thing to open up behind Pokemon, would probably be White Shorts. I don't know how much Weiss have you opened up.
I have not opened up any, but I mean, dude, all of the Disney, all of the Pixar, like all of the stuff that they have, everything looks so good.
Yeah, absolutely, man. It's just about the artworks for me, because I don't play. I don't play. I just collect. I'm a nerd who sits in my basement and opens up a crap ton of cardboard and just likes looking at the art. I'm like a miniature art collector, pretty much. So open up White Shorts is very fun for me.
Sure. I mean, especially because they're not an English brand at all, so it doesn't exist for anything other than the art aspect. At least, for us. I mean, if you can read Japanese, then
they do have an English side of White Shorts.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they do. It's just they do not get a lot of good IPs. Like they can't secure. I'm sure Disney in English is probably buku bucks to secure. So it's easier for them to secure it in Japan than it is in English. But they do have some English White Shorts, just not a lot.
Okay.
Nothing good that you really want to rip.
Right. Yeah. No, I mean, I know. Well, so I know, especially like going on to the Disney topic, I think even more so for them to be able to secure that license with Lorcana coming out would have been next to impossible.
Yeah, I don't think Disney wants to give up their game to White Shorts.
When
they're trying to launch it here in America. I don't even think Lorcana's that. I don't know. I'm not a fan. I haven't heard of it a lot since the release, so I don't even know if it's doing real well. I asked in the Discord the other day, and somebody was like, "Yeah, it's still doing well," but it's like, since its release, I haven't heard anybody talk about it.
Yeah. I think a lot of the issues with that comes from the fact that they didn't put out enough product. Like I don't know if they were like not prepared for how well that was going to sell, but I know that
but have you seen the artwork?
The artwork's kind of not great.
Super mid, bro.
Yeah,
super below average.
It is the Vault Squad mods of card artwork, like just as mid as it comes. Yeah. Jump over here to the comments real quick. We have a bunch of folks that just jumped in. Kickin's in here. May is in here. Andrew S is in here. What's going on, everybody? Richard, Pokedan, Jay Mace is here. What's going on, Jay? How you doing, buddy? Cover, Poke Mateus.
I did see a good question. I did see a good question asked earlier. Where the heck can I scroll up? Let's see.
let me go over here real quick to
Package asks, if I died, would you be afraid of who gets your cards?
Ooh, that is a great question. I know that I'm actually okay with who would get my cards because my wife would get them, and then I would, she would bequeath them onto the kids for me when they were of a proper age.
Yeah.
What
Yeah, I
about
don't
you,
know.
buddy?
My dad would probably take my cards, and then I would hope he would have enough sense to not give them to my 5-year-old right away
Yeah.
and put them away for a little bit so he can enjoy them and really gain something off of them later on.
Yeah.
Because I got a lot invested in Pokemon, dude. I've used Pokemon for not only for enjoyment but for investment as well. So I got a lot sunken into it.
Yeah, so that's something something new that I'm working on. In fact, my first actual investment piece
It
is
is a
the
tough.
second UPC that I got
Mm-hmm.
from 151 because I had already seen all the pool rates. I knew that there's no me ripping both of them just because the pool rates have been so I've seen some good come from it, but I just don't trust it enough. So I have a sealed 151 UPC, and that's going to stay sealed. And I'm just going to kind of try and chip away at building up a sealed collection for.
Is that your first attempt at sealed collecting? Like, do you have a sealed collection right now?
I have no sealed collection. My first attempt at a sealed collection was a Crown Zenith display of mini tins. That a certain someone
I try to give sound advice, man. People like to look at me like I'm crazy, and
you were right. You were
bro,
right.
I try to tell people to keep everything sealed, man. But I will say it's really, really hard to start your sealed collection because I was there. When you only have like one or two things and you're like looking at it in your closet or box or wherever the heck you're keeping your stuff, right? It's like, well, I don't have a sealed collection, so I'm just gonna open this. So then you just start opening everything and you never get a sealed collection. It takes a lot of discipline to build up a good sealed collection. And I think the more stuff you have in your PC or in your sealed collection, it gets easier to hold on to.
Sure. Absolutely. And, honestly, so I will say though, the mini tins did go to a good cause. In fact, I think the last 2 videos that I put out on my channel that were long form were pack battles with me and my wife. And so that was all done with that sealed display. So that was, I mean, if nothing else, I got to have fun and shoot a video with my wife. But she is now she is the one that keeps me accountable. I told her before my video last Friday, I'm like, honey, I'm gonna come home with 2 of these big long 151 boxes. You can't let me open both of them. You have to tell me only to open one. So now whenever it's something I want to keep sealed, I just say, hey honey, we're not opening this. Don't let me do it. And then she does, and then I don't open it.
Yeah, dude. It's hold on. I'm trying to join in on the chat. Never mind. I'll just never be able to get this to work. Because somebody asked if the discount code for my website's still active. It is active.
That would have been Mike, and then he said, "Oh wait."
Yeah, it is still active. No, did I delete it? I don't know. I would have to go back and check. Sugar, I'm sorry to get us off topic. No, I'm terrible with it, dude. Fine. My ADHD's all over the place. Sometimes I get to zinging around, bro.
Yeah. Tyler has Poop Dealer has a question that I'm not going to address. But Tyler has a question. If you were playing Pokemon Stadium 1 battles, who would your team be? So Pokemon just from 151, a 6-team roster. Go.
Oh, Pikachu.
Of course.
Gengar. Arcanine. Was Arcanine 151?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay. That's tough, dude.
Yeah.
To be honest with you, I don't know. I'd probably every time I play Pokemon games, usually I just really rock out with one Pokemon. to be honest with you. Like whoever's my starter, we just demolish the whole time, bro. Like I get them up to level 99 and I don't use anyone else. That's pretty much how I do it.
Yeah, I see so many memes where it's like me when I was a kid playing Pokemon, and it's like my starter, and it's just like Dwayne the Rock Johnson, and the rest of them it's just like Kevin Hart.
Yeah,
just like you got this big beefy boy, and the rest of them just like never even.
I mean, that's literally how it is for me, dude. Like even in my Scarlet, it's
I
my
know,
Lucario is like level 99, and the rest are like level 40 just from tailing along.
Oh, I know. If it wasn't for the fact that they have so many options to like crank up your experience for each Pokemon, I would have just like I'd have a Lucario and I'd have my Meowscarada, and that would pretty much be it.
Yeah.
Scarlets are a lot of fun though. So kind of wrapping back around to the whole like question and answer portion. When did you decide, like, what was it that made you decide to start your own store?
Oh, because I couldn't get anything. Super selfish. Yeah, I just couldn't buy any Pokemon around me, and I was like, well, screw this, dude. I'll just start my own store, you know, and I'll just get it straight from distribution. And I'm sure a lot of people thought that, but I really just locked in and did it. Plus, I had a little bit. I was in a fortunate position because I know the owner of Smoke and Mirrors Hobby. So I was able to get stuff from them for relatively cheap, especially this was like during the big boom. So like everything was super expensive. So for them even selling to me below, retail, whatever I could get from them below retail, I was able to make a few bucks on until I finally got a distributor, which I got. Alliance Distribution was my first distributor. And they're terrible. But yeah, it was really just for selfish reasons, just so I could get more Pokemon product for myself and rip it, not have to pay astronomical prices, and that's always kind of been my thing, man. I don't want people to pay more than what they should. I always try and keep it super fair. I try and stick around market to anything that's out of print, and I try not to go above retail on anything that's in print. Because it's just not right. And you don't want to price people out of the hobby, because it kind of goes back to what we first talked about with the kids, bro. Like kids can't afford, they can barely afford anything as it is, and they got to beg mom and dad. So the cheaper it can be, the better it is, because the more cards get in the kids' hands and the more people can open up and enjoy the hobby, bro, like it's supposed to be.
Yeah, no, it is like, we talk about it in Discord a lot. There's a lot of shops that just charge whatever they want, and it's crazy to me. But no, being able to just, like you were saying, like you don't want to price kids out of the hobby, because they're just using their allowance.
And it's crazy that during the pandemic, like right when I got back in, that people even support these stores that were scalping. Essentially, they were getting it from distribution, and they were charging way over market. But then again, now that I own a store, I can kind of see both sides, because Pokemon margins are terrible. Like, dude, it's really hard to run a store. There's very, very low margins, and you have to turn over product like that. Like, you got to keep flipping product. So, could you imagine having low margins forever, right? And then finally you hit this huge boom, so then you can make a decent chunk of money. So I kind of see that aspect as well, but I just, just keep it at retail. And then I blame Pokemon too. I think Pokemon,
absolutely.
I think the new MSRP
is ridiculous. Yeah,
I think the new MSRP increase was a little, now granted it was probably overdue, because they haven't raised MSRP for so long, but I think it was a way more than it should have been.
Well, yeah, I mean, they raised MSRP on booster boxes $20, just like that. Like, no questions asked.
Big increase. Everybody was thinking it was going to be, $5-10 on booster boxes, whatever, maybe 50 cents on a booster pack, but it was a lot. And then they've raised the distribution prices quite a bit too.
Right.
So,
Yeah, no, I mean, so we have, so in my mall, because I'm in commercial property management. In my mall, we have an LGS that I helped install, the PokeTrade Emporium. Good guy owns it, and I mean, he does his very best to keep his prices like he doesn't go any higher than like what market is, but he's not
mm,
like depending on what he's able to get and how much he's able to get and how much he has to pay to get it. Like, I mean, his prices are a little bit higher than normal, but I mean, I see other places that are literally charging like 10, 15, $20 over MSRP even just because they can and people will buy it. It's insane.
Pokemon is very much a numbers, like you have to, I should say not numbers, like a high volume business, bro. You got to do huge volume to make really any money off of it.
Right.
It's not
Right.
that you're going to make a lot off each sale. It's not like a department store where they're
Right.
buying a mattress, for like $100 and reselling that mattress for $350,
Right.
$400, because that's
Yeah.
how retail works. But with Pokemon, it's you're buying. I mean, just from Alliance, I'm paying $102 from distribution for new Scarlet Violet sets, and then
Right.
market's what 100. So you're not making anything, and even on things that you are making money on, you may make $5-10 a box. So you got to push a crap ton of volume,
Right.
and that's the problem with jumping in as a new store and as a smaller store and not having a huge amount of money is because you can't buy that volume. I can't buy
Right.
that amount of volume.
Right. Yeah. I was going back to my buddy Nico and his store. I was talking to him because like one of the things I had been kind of thinking about was getting into getting a distributor at some point to try and make it so that like I could just buy the product I need and keep it on hand for my channel so that when I'm doing openings and stuff, I don't just have to run out and buy it at store cost. And that is just so not something I want to mess with right now because like the process sounds so
There's other
daunting.
ways to get into it though. Like you don't have to open up an LLC. It's a lot of stores have went different routes too. Like I don't know if you've ever heard of like Pokemart USA. Have
Mm-mm.
you ever heard of them?
No, I'm
So
not
there's
familiar.
like different routes that you could go. And this is for anybody in here. You don't have to own a store, but if you have a decent chunk of change and want to invest and start to sell, there's places like Pokemart USA. There was another one that I knew as well. I forget the name off the top of my head, but they'll sell to you at distribution cost.
Oh
And
wow.
then you pay the shipping, or it may be like an extra 50 cents or $1 on top of whatever.
Okay.
Like it's pretty much distribution cost, and then you pay shipping to you. So you could get into it that way, um,
Wow.
and
Uh
make a couple bucks.
yeah. Monkey Man Monk. Hey
Ma,
guys,
ma,
you
ma, ma, ma.
not awesome. Um
And Mike, I would do that, but Ty said we have to keep it family friendly.
Yep. This is a family friendly show. So we're gonna go over we got another question from Tyler. Would you rather a sealed booster box of whatever set you want or a BGS black label of your chase card?
Say that again. I'm sorry.
Sorry. Would you rather a sealed booster box of whatever set you want or a BGS black label of your chase card?
Oh, that's a good one, dude. I'd want a black label gold star Pikachu, 100%. I would want that over a booster box.
And my answer is the exact same, but a little different. I would want a black label Giratina, but I would probably want the Lost Abyss version as opposed to the Lost Origin version, just because like the texturing on the Japanese version is so much nicer.
Yeah.
But yeah, no,
When
that
are they
was
gonna bring the printers from Japan over to America, bro? Like, why
never,
can't we
dude.
get Pokeball? Why can't we get Pokeball reverses? Why can't we get the cool laser
I don't
reverses?
know
Why can't we get
because
any of the cool reverses that they get over there?
we're just not good enough. Cover
Obviously,
says
dude.
we're awesome. Cover says we are awesome. Pokedan says, Sniffy
Thank you,
McRib,
cover.
how much money would you say you need to start big chunk of change?
I started with 12K, and I'm a little fry. I'm a little fish.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't start with anything less than 10,
Okay.
to start a store. I mean, bare minimum, bro. I mean, a lot of people say 100,000 is the bare
Wow.
minimum. I think you could get away with it if you do it smart. Probably. I mean, I did it. I did it with 12. So I think you could get away with it. It's tough. It's a lot of
Right.
work. It's a lot of grinding.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Emrys said they'd go with a legendary collection booster box. That's actually a good answer. Because you know what? Thinking about it, I could take a legendary collection booster box, crack it, grade it, and get my black label Giratina with the pulls.
That's true. That's true.
There's the trick. There's the trick answer to that question. Ty said he'd go a shadowless base set booster box or a Pogo booster box.
Pogo?
Pogo booster. Pogo to the moon, man.
One day. Dude, they could have made Pogo so good too. And I've been saying it.
Been amazing.
Yeah. All they had to do, in my opinion, something so simple, so subtle, is they could have made any card in that set shiny. You know how in Pokemon Go,
for sure.
you could just run across any Pokemon could be a shiny.
Yeah.
If they would have made it just so any card in that set was randomly shiny, not even holographic, just
shiny,
the color to just shiny version variant. Bro, people would have been chasing that set for years to try and get all the shinies.
Well, I mean, dude, even the fact that the Ditto, a perfect example is the Ditto. The Ditto is such a cool gimmick, and that was the only gimmick they did. They should have done shinies at the time. Mega evolutions were big in the game. They had just kind of started to get really popular. There's so much more they could have added to this. Tyler, we were talking about it in the mod group this morning, but dude, if they had done shadow Pokemon and purified Pokemon, dude, there are so many ways that could have gone well. And honestly, part of me is okay, cool, maybe come back, try it again and do it right. But they're never going to do that again. It bombs so badly that it's just they ruined any opportunity to come back and make it right, which is a drag because there are so many cool ideas that can go with it.
Oh, I mean, it is Pokemon. They could come back and do it again. They may come back and do it again.
Dude, they've remade base set how many times now?
Yeah. I think they should come back for a redemption arc, bro. Bring back Pogo. Pogo 2.
Yeah, I said what I said. I said, just wait, Pogo 2's coming soon. Undead Driver asks, what's our opinion on art cases? Undead, I only own one, and I'll just never not take the opportunity to show off the art case that Undead got for me for my Tina.
I love them. I think they're amazing. Yeah, they're really cool. The way they extend the art, I think.
Yeah.
They're great. I don't have any personally, but I really do like them quite a bit.
I'm definitely going to be getting one. Shout out to Hellestrong. He sent me over one of the felt hat Pikachu, so I'm going to be getting the little art case like Tyler has for the felt hat Pikachu. Its little feet on there is just so adorable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're cool.
Yeah. Were you able to get your hands on one of the promos yet?
No, supposedly somebody sent me one from a stream 2 weeks ago. I gotta talk to him. He said if I pulled him a secret art rare, which I pulled him the Erica invitation secret art rare from 151, he would send me a gray felt hat Pikachu. Because he was able to get 3 of them. So
right on.
And he's a good dude. He's never not lived up to his word before, so I think I'll be getting one soon.
On.
But
awesome.
The good news is they are coming back out.
Right.
So
they're stopping. I think tomorrow is the last day that they're doing them in the museum, and from there on, it's going to be on Pokemon Center with the purchase of a $30 order. So we'll see how long it takes for the Pokemon Center website to die again and them run out.
I think what I heard was they're going to do it until the end of the year. So it's November, December. So 2 months. You'll have 2 months to go pick up your Van Gogh promo. They're going to tank, bro.
Yeah. Oh gosh, dude. See, when that announcement, which is so funny because they announced that day when they announced that the product had all run out. They said we have the promo still available. We're going to find out how to distribute it to you. Information coming soon, and Nobody paid attention to that, but as soon as the news came, like, oh, we're finally going to be doing it again, boom! Every other post in Marketplace was people trying to get off of their felt tap promos.
Oh, the problem is people still buy them. That's another problem with the hobby. I don't know why people fall so much into the hype and FOMO, man. It's people FOMO so hard in this hobby.
Oh, for sure.
Well, but why?
Well, I mean, because you think about 3 years ago when you couldn't find it anywhere, and everybody's just like they have that FOMO bug, and it just stayed. It just stayed with them. You know, you look at the people. The reason why market prices pre-release are so ridiculous because people just can't wait. They're just like, all right, cool. These cards are here. I'm going to get them now and pay, stupid money for it when they don't have to. Just wait 2 weeks. I mean, I will say this, 151 prices have impressed me because they have been stable. Like, they have not tanked. Alakazam is on the up. Like, those cards are remaining stable.
I was surprised yesterday when I looked. Blastoise jumped up because I didn't stream last week. Blastoise jumped up from like the 5th spot to the 2nd spot.
Yeah,
as the top 2 card now.
Right. Yeah. No, it's 151 is impressing me, but I think a lot of it has to do with the pull rates. I think early on everybody assumed it was going to be pull rates like every other set in Scarlet and Violet, so they just picked a happy medium and started selling their cards at these prices, not realizing like, oh wait, I can't just pull another one like that.
I'm glad they lowered the pull rates.
Me too.
I think the pull rates were a little too good, especially the base set Scarlet Violet, bro. We were,
my gosh, dude,
as like somebody that opens up cards for twice a week on Twitch, nobody wants to open it up anymore because they open up a booster box of it and they pretty much have everything they need, and it's like, well, what do I do now? I'll just sit here and twiddle my thumbs and we'll talk about Pokemon. Nobody wants to sit and open it.
Yeah, I opened up. I had at one point, let's see, I had 4 Miriams, and I sold all of them early on because I saw the writing on the walls. Like, at that point, I had 4, so I'm like, all right, cool. So I sold all 4 of them, for pretty decent amount. Like, funded 2 weeks worth of streams doing that, and now I can just get them for like $25.
Cheap, dude. Yeah, I think Scarlet Violet slept on. In my opinion, the pull rates are really easy. Too.
I agree.
I think people are going to come around though to the art style. I think Scarlet Violet artwork is better than Sword and Shield artwork, and you guys can debate that in the comments. But in my opinion, I think the Scarlet Violet art has been better than Sword and Shield art. The problem with it is it's just been stupid Pokemon that they've been giving these arts to. So that's why nobody's like really catching on to it.
Well, and not only that, but I think that they're like the SAR to art rare ratio is probably correct, but there are so many art rares that are like, regular non-textured cards that deserve texture, and I think that's a knock against it a little bit. Like, I mean, dude, the Groudon and the Yveltal from Raging Surf, like, those cards are gorgeous and they deserve texture. Like, the fact that they don't have it is amazing to me.
The Tyranitar deserve texture.
Yes.
The Magikarp deserve texture.
Yes.
What was those two stand out to me right off the top of my head. Those two should have got texture for sure.
Absolutely. And I mean, I think it's so funny because I've pulled everything except for the Iono SAR as far as like the textured cards is concerned. But I pulled the Magikarp once and the Tyranitar 0 times. Like, it's so much harder to pull those art rares than it is to pull the SARs.
We were fishing last night.
Yeah.
We were fishing last night and still didn't pull them. We opened up a lot of Paldea Evolved. Not a lot. We opened up a booster box and we opened up a bunch of sleeve packs and still no fish. And we've been hunting this fish for a while now. And dude, I think we've only pulled one.
Yeah, I was about to say, I've seen you pull it one time. And I mean, that set came out in July?
Whatever it was. It's been a couple of months now.
It's been weird. The way these sets just come out, like all rapid fire, man, it's crazy.
The Raichu. The Raichu does deserve. Yes. We pulled that last night. That Raichu is gorgeous. It is gorgeous.
I love the Raichu so much. I like sleepy Pokemon cards though. Like I just like, the sleepy Tyranitar, the sleepy Pikachu from Lost Origin, sleepy Raichu. Like anytime a Pokemon is sleeping, I'm good with it.
Yeah, they're adorable, bro. You just want to
Dude,
cuddle
yeah.
them,
Yeah,
grab them.
right. So at what point, you mentioned that you started your shop selfishly so you could have product to open up. At
Yeah.
what point did you decide, hey, I'm gonna start doing streams, and why did you choose Twitch?
I just started. I would start doing streams to try and boost sales.
Mhm.
That's all it really was.
Right on.
Is to do more sales, bring more exposure to the store.
Yeah.
Plus, it helps with my habit because now I get to open for you guys
Right.
instead of me sitting there bored opening for myself. Now, how well that's really done for me, not so much. I mean, I still end up opening up the same amount of product for myself, anyways.
Right.
But it's fun to sit there and open up cards for people.
Sure.
It is, and just enjoy the hobby with people. It's more
Right.
fun to open up cards with people than by yourself, in my opinion.
Right.
Because then we can all
Oh,
get excited, get hyped. You
yeah,
know, it's just the community aspect of it.
absolutely. I mean, that's 100% of the reason why I started my channel in the first place was that like I would have so much fun. Like it's all thanks to Sean, or it's all because of him that I started my channel because I was watching his lives. I'm just like, dude, this is so hype. Everybody's having so much fun. We're just like watching all this cool stuff happen. And so I looked at my wife and I said, hey, honey, I'm going to start a Pokemon YouTube channel. And she was like, do it. Like she's my wife is the most amazing person in the world. She's so supportive. But no, man, like if I wasn't opening up, now granted, I don't have a store. I don't do box breaks or anything. So everything I open generally goes into my personal collection unless I give it away.
Have
or
you
give
ever
it to my
thought
wife.
about running breaks?
I have thought about it, man. It does stress me out a little bit. Because at that point,
Oh,
like I'm all right, like I'm handling people's merchandise, like they have purchased this. This is their property that I'm handling. I've like, dude, I get stressed out about
just start at the wall. That's what I do. When I turn
yeah,
off the streams, I take everybody bags and just chuck it at my wall as hard as I
yeah,
can.
yeah.
Yeah, 100%. Screw 'em. They don't need to know.
I was wondering why my packages always came so dented.
Corners
But no,
all
I
dinged
have
up.
yeah, it's just like, man, I'm pretty sure that looked pristine when he pulled it, but
It was
like
shipping, dude.
yeah.
That's why it's
USPS,
USPS.
man. Yeah, USPS. They're the worst. Pirate ship. You can't trust them.
Yeah.
No, I have thought about it. And actually, I'm thinking that so I'm just about to 600 subs, and I think that somewhere along the way, I'm probably gonna try and get something cool, like nothing too crazy, but like, dude, if I get my hands on like an Evolutions box for a decent price, I would probably do like an Evolutions box break. Just something,
That'd be fun.
fun. Yeah, there's something fun that I could gain a lot of interest in, because 'cause I'd wanna make sure it sold out before I actually did it, simply because I don't like I believe in batching and, like, booster box setups. So, I mean, with Evolutions, even if I don't sell out of it, you can still pull a reverse holo Charizard. Just because you get all of the hit slots taken doesn't mean you can't hit in the reverse. But with Sword and Shield, and even Sun and Moon, once you get a hyper rare, like a rainbow or something like that, you can pretty much guarantee that there's a very small chance you'll hit anything else big.
Yeah. The way of doing it that way is definitely a lot smarter
Yeah.
to sell their breakout first. I've been hit
Right.
with a couple back charges because people don't understand how shipping works. And then
Right.
people get mad, like, oh, why isn't my stuff shipped? It's like, bro, you've
Right.
never paid your
Right.
shipping or
Yeah.
never met the free shipping mark. So
Right.
it does become stressful. And plus, you're right. I do have bags just sitting. I have people's bags I've been holding for like 6, 7 months now. Just
Yeah.
sitting, bro. They've been sitting, whether they forgot about them or
Right.
don't care. They just think I'm going to hold them for a whole year,
Right.
which I guess I will. I don't know what I'll do. I don't know what I can
Right.
really do with them.
Right. I
You
mean,
know?
yeah. And like, aside from a certain wonderful Canadian viewer and mod of ours, I'm really good about shipping out giveaways for the most part. But like, I got a little ahead of myself, even just doing the giveaway portion of things, because not that like normally, I mean, it's not a ton to ship. But I know that like just using the post office, which I was using until I set up a pirate ship account, got a scale, like started bagging everything myself, like it's like 40 or $50 to send even a 1 ounce package into Canada. So that kind of put a damper on things. Although like I am working my way, I'm getting a thermal label printer. I'm getting like I am, whether I like it or not, or whether I know it or not, I'm on the trajectory to having a shop of some kind, even if it is like once a month doing some kind of cool box break.
The box breaks are fun, man. Plus, they
They
bring the
are.
people together. You know.
Hmm. And that's what I love about it. I mean, going back and it always, even when he's not in the chat, even when he's on, a camping trip with his family, it always comes back to Sean. Hanging out in his lives is just, dude, it's a blast. It is an event.
Yeah.
Like it's an event. Hanging out in your streams twice a week is an event. It's a little late for me, so I can only hang out for like an hour, especially on the Thursday nights, because then I'm just like falling asleep. But it
We're
is.
night owls over here, dude.
Yeah, I know it.
Woo-hoo,
Well,
woo-hoo.
you're not a night owl, dude. You're doing it. I'm sitting there hanging out, and it's midnight.
I mean, I'm a
It's
night
only,
owl. I
it's
am a
only,
night
yeah,
owl.
I know
So
you are, man. Oh, I know. But Undead says, don't start a store, Trev. Why not, Undead?
I mean, stores are cool. It's just
No, I
it's a
don't want to start
lot.
a store necessarily. I don't mind the idea of doing just a break. Like, doing the rip and ships regularly is not my goal.
Mm-hmm.
Undead says, I can't afford to keep stalking Sniff, let alone another. That's fair, man. I'm not trying to cut in anybody else's business, but no, I don't. Yeah, opening a store is not my goal. My goal is to do stuff like this forever. Like I just want YouTube to be what I do forever. Like I want to sit around with other, with friends of mine and chat like this.
Mm.
So when you started streaming and stuff to generate more interest and more revenue, why did you go Twitch over YouTube?
Convenience.
Yeah,
I think more than anything, I like the
right,
way Twitch, they don't get on my butt for playing music. Like they'll send me like
yeah,
a DMCA thing every time I end the stream. They're like, "Oh, you have a DMCA strike or whatever," or
right,
a warning. They call it a warning,
right,
and they won't let me put up my video on demand. Like you can't go
right,
back and watch the stream. But I like that we can listen to whatever music we want.
right.
We can do the battle royales.
Sure.
And they're not as well, Twitch is pretty strict. I don't think they're as strict as YouTube.
Yeah, I know. So I was watching.
Because I don't think I could. We've been family friendly here, but
Right. Yeah.
I don't think
Well,
I
I
could
mean,
do the things that I do on Twitch on YouTube.
yeah. Well, I mean, you look at Ryan. I mean, you've got Ryan. He's very monetized. He is one of the more popular. One of the more popular YouTubers out there, and he could not be less family friendly on his channel. Um, so really and truly, Tyler said, "Battle Royale is all you had to say, Sniff." Battle Royales
Yeah.
are a lot of fun. Um, but no, I mean, I was watching Radar before I started doing my show. I kind of started just checking out other podcasts and see what everybody else was kind of doing. But I was watching his show with Ryan, and I guess so. The way that YouTube does it for for swearing and stuff is that like the first 30 seconds of your video have to be clean. Like you can't have any cursing, can't have anything crazy on there. But after that, you can pretty much say whatever you want. I mean, I'm sure that there is a line in the sand somewhere, and I'm pretty sure
That's stupid. Why
yeah.
the first 30 seconds?
I think what it has to do is like even if it's not marketed towards kids, it could still show up in the algorithm somewhere. So you have to be able to click on it and not hear a curse word within the first 30. I don't know the reason. I'm sure when I get like eventually I'll get monetized and I'll be able to answer that question a little better for you. But no, yeah, I think that having the freedom that you have on Twitch is pretty great.
Yeah, I've thought about making the switch to YouTube. I've talked about it several times on
Yeah, oh, I
stream.
know. Yeah,
I do think I think I would have a bigger audience on YouTube because the thing that holds me back the most, and I hear it all the time, is I don't have a Twitch.
Right.
Oh, like, oh, I would come hang out, but I don't have a Twitch. Because you do got to go out of your way to create the account and go log in and watch you, blah, blah, blah. When on YouTube,
Right.
everybody has YouTube. Like literally,
Right.
I'm pretty sure it comes pre-downloaded on phones now.
Yeah, I mean, it has since the iPhone first came out, I'm pretty sure, and I know Google phones do the same thing.
Yeah.
I think your internet might be messing with you a little bit. You're starting to glitch a little bit.
I am?
Yeah. Well, let me see if I can.
Oh, no. Not again, dude. This happened last time. My ISP was just, they were like doing stuff with something with the lines. Hold on, let me check my upload.
You're good. I'm going to take this moment to thank everybody for hanging out with us so far. This has been a ton of fun. If you haven't already, please be sure to smash that like button. If you're not subscribed to the channel, go ahead and subscribe. I do these bi-weekly, although for the next 3 weeks, back to back, we're going to have back-to-back podcasts. I'll be announcing those next 2 guests at the end of the show before we take off. Go over here to the comments for a second. We have Jay Macy back in the house, said Seal Gang into house. Package Total says YouTube has battle royales now, right? Vision has them. I did not know YouTube had battle royales.
You can set up battle royales for YouTube. I just think you can't. I think that the chat commands are different. So it's like, I don't know. I think it's harder to set up on YouTube than it is on Twitch. And that's another thing I like about Twitch. Is a lot of these like streaming apps and things you can do is native to Twitch, not so much YouTube. So like you got to port any like streaming app over from Twitch to YouTube. But yeah, I'm sure you probably can do the battle royales on there. Bye, Cover.
Cover, you have a great night, man. Thank you for coming and hanging out with us. All right, so Tyler has a question for us in the Q&A, and be sure if you have a question, drop it in the Q&A. What are your top 3 favorite cards / arts from 151?
Blastoise, Venusaur, Alakazam.
Easy. That is, yeah. So I'm going to go.
No, take that back. Blastoise, Zapdos, Alakazam.
I'm shocked you didn't say Pikachu, man. That Pikachu is gorgeous.
Oh, that's right. I forgot about the Pikachu.
I know.
Pikachu's up there, but probably those 3 first, and then the Pikachu. Just because of the texture, it looks so much better.
Yeah, dude. Yeah. I agree. I'm so torn between the Blastoise and the Venusaur, but definitely Zapdos, definitely Alakazam. The Mew in the Japanese. So after seeing the Mew in English, I mean, it still looks nice, but the texturing doesn't have the sunrise effect on it. Like they really kind of dropped the ball texturing that. But no,
I haven't seen the Japanese version. I've opened up the UPC and saw the card, but I haven't seen Japanese version.
Yeah, so the Japanese, the way that the texturing works is that like when you tilt it against the light, the sun rises into the up above the houses. It's really, really cool. Yeah, man, it's a really awesome effect. And that's just another one of those things. Like the Japanese texturing has always been so superior to English, and I don't understand why. I watched a video that Rev put out recently, and it was like a deep dive into like how the cards are produced over here, and you watch them like do what they can to try and make the effect better in English, but like everything I've seen, it always looks just a little inferior to Japanese. So why do you think our quality control is so bad over here? Do you think they just don't give it the same love and attention?
Because we're American and we're lazy.
Pretty much.
Japanese people probably work harder, pay more attention to detail. They're probably all doing Adderall over there and just jacked up and, on the line. I'd be my guess, to be honest with you. We just don't care as much, dude.
Yeah. No, I think, which is so funny to me because it's such a money-making endeavor here. Like, dude, it's been the most popular thing in America since 1998. And yet we still just can't find a way to get it right.
Yeah, one day we will. Maybe, hopefully.
Yeah.
I don't care if we ever meet the same exact like standard of quality, as long as we can get the reverse hollows. I want the same reverse hollows that Japan gets, bro. That's all.
Dude, I have felt that way since I cracked into V-Star Universe for the first time, and we had they had the sparkle reverses on them. Such a cool pattern, and like seeing all the other ones, was it VMAX Climax? Those ones are incredible looking. But the Master Balls are like, those are.
You think the Master Balls are here to stay? You think we'll see another set with Master Balls and Pokeballs since it was so popular?
I think that we'll see it in Japanese.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know though. I don't know though, because they always do something different. Like, but that was such a unique thing. I think we'll see it again if they do a Johto set. I think they'll do something like it, which means we'll never see it again because the Pokemon Company hates Johto.
Do they?
They do. They do.
Yeah,
they do.
It doesn't get a lot of love.
No, man. Like, the fact that, all right, so Typhlosion was one of the Cyndaquil was one of the starters in Legends Arceus, and we did not get a Typhlosion alternate art in all of Sword and Shield, even though they put so much, like, dude, they put so much into the whole Legends Arceus tie-in with the card game, but we got no Typhlosion alt art. Meanwhile, like, we did get the Lugia, but we didn't get a Ho-Oh.
Yeah, they really dropped the ball on that, bro. They should have put. Yeah. If they would have made Silver Tempest with a Lugia alt art and a Ho-Oh alt art, dude, Silver Tempest probably would have been a better set than
absolutely.
Lost Origin, in my opinion.
Yeah, I wouldn't go that far because
Lost
Origin. I mean, look, man, I'm biased. I'm incredibly biased, so I can't say anything. I'll never open up. I will never, honey. I know you're watching and listening. I can never open up another set like I opened Lost Origin. Don't let it happen to me, please. No, man.
Why not?
Because
just go for it. Just drop $2,000.
No,
have yourself a night. It's just a bender, bro. We've all been there,
man. It that bender lasted like 6 months.
It'll take you back to right after high school. You know what I'm saying? Just different substances this time.
No, dude, like Lost Origin, it really was it's a gorgeous set. It's an amazing set, but it really does, like, it took it out of me, man. But I still can't stop. I still find myself open. Like, I'll grab a few packs on your streams every now and then just because it's like.
I will say, you Lost Origin fiends are Lost Origin fiends. You and Farm always open up Lost Origin, bro. That man,
I know.
People buy 20 packs of Lost Origin every stream.
See, I'm not that bad. I'm not that bad. I'll just jump in like every couple of weeks and I'll grab like 5 or 6, but. Dude, yeah, I know that when GameStop was having their buy one get one 50% off sale, like, I bought all of their sleeve boosters, and that ended up, like, that was great for the channel because I got like 72 packs for $200.
Oh, that's a steal,
dude. Yeah, like, so I mean, especially for sleeved boosters, so it's not even like, I'm having a deal, like, I'm getting the RNG from it. But yeah, I think it was like $200, and that was 3 weeks worth of content for me. So, because that's the other thing I have to think about, without doing rip and chips, without doing box breaks, all of the content I do and I create is just for personal collection essentially. But it's self-sustaining. Like, if it's not something I necessarily want to collect, I'll just turn around and I'll sell it in Discord or, trade it in if it's not like something that's gaining a lot of interest. So it does become self-sufficient to a certain point. But I have to understand that, like, right now, all the money I'm investing is in the future of my channel. Like, it's trying to grow the channel and continue the channel.
Do you ever open anything off camera anymore?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. Occasionally I'll open up a pack by myself, but my wife and I got a couple of fanny packs when they had that most recent drop, and it was like the most fun I've had in a long time. Because I love opening cards.
Did you get anything good? Did you get or the heck out of it?
Dude, I got a Lost Thunder, and she got a Sun and Moon base. So not
Nice.
too crazy, but yeah, man,
Yeah.
not too crazy, but still, I mean, dude, for $27 each, we got 7 packs, and got to crack into stuff. But no, we did, man. We sat down together in the living room, and our son, our oldest, he was at his grandparents' house, so I was just like, hey, honey, you want to open up some cards with me, but like not on the channel? And she was like, yeah, absolutely. And we did, man. We had a little pack battle with each other. I say she won because she had an Evolving Skies in hers, and she got the Leafeon VMAX, which is like
Yeah.
it's like in the Moonbryon, basically. If you ask
Essentially.
streamers, yeah,
Yeah. I can't tell the difference.
right. Yeah. No, dude, I love you so much, but I still, like, in my heart, I haven't forgiven you.
What did I do to you?
Dude, you caught, like, you got me to Leafeon VMAX, but you were all but guaranteeing it was the Moonbryon, and it hurt me. I was so ready.
Oh, I'm sorry, dude.
It's okay.
I'm
No,
sorry.
dude, it's fine. It hurt. It was just it. No,
I thought you might have been the person that I'll never I forget who it was right before. I think it was Richard. He got the Moonbryon, right?
right.
But he bought like 2 packs, and the guy before him bought like 15, 20
Oh
packs
my
of
gosh, no,
Evolution.
that was
And it was literally the next pack after his opening. And he got the Moonbryon, dude. And I
don't think
if it was me, I'd be pissed.
Dude,
I forget who it was.
No, but I remember this conversation coming up because it was the very next week after that this happened, and whoever it was in the chat like, I can't be here for this. If this happens again, I'm gonna, like, I can't be here. And it was when we were sitting there like waiting to get to the end of my packs to see what card I had, and it was the Leafeon VMAX, and I was just like, oh no, it was the Espeon. It was the Espeon because it had the purple in it and the green. No, man, yeah, that's
I feel bad when that happens too. I'm not
for
gonna
sure.
lie.
Oh, absolutely.
Dude, it's such a bad feeling.
How can you not, though? Like, I mean, there's nothing worse than just being the guy that goes after, like, it's like nothing worse than being the guy that goes after Brian Lyle.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there's just sometimes some people you don't want to go behind.
No, man.
Yeah.
Zard Chaser said, I opened 3 boxes in one night a couple weeks ago. Woo! All right, Zard Chaser.
I've been there. I've been there before.
Dude,
yeah, it's fun.
And let's see, Hidden Fate said, I got hidden. Oh, dude, Pack Show got Hidden Fates in both Fizz Fanny packs. That's awesome. Dude, that's sick.
And Danny's such a good guy too. I've never like really sat down and hung out with him, but I've met him at Card Party, and he's the same person online as he is in person. Just very nice, very giving to people and to the kids, and just very cool, calm, relaxed.
Yeah, he cares so
much. And so was Rev, surprisingly.
Yeah,
Rev was actually really chill.
Yeah,
Rev was super chill, like way more chill than I thought. And I actually did, because I know Sean quite well. So Sean was, oh yeah, Sean's. And he brought cool trainer Ryan over to me. And
that's awesome.
CTR is actually way more chill in person than you would think. It's definitely a character for the screen.
Yeah, I have no problem believing that about both Rev and Ryan. I mean, they both have a following and this idea of them that they need to adhere to, I think, for their channel. But no, I mean, I have no, like, Rev just seems like a normal dude who gets hyper excited and yells, like, he just needs to turn down the gains a little bit on his mic, and like, I don't think there could be anything you can complain about him. It's just, man, whenever you have to like volume check whenever he gets ahead. And Ryan, he just seems like a really chill, goofy kind of guy. Like, he just seems like somebody who, he can either be a little ridiculous, but he's also just there to hang out.
I mean, but everything on cameras,
right.
like Tone just said, 30% more chill. Like everything
Yeah.
has to be turned up like a notch
Oh,
for
absolutely.
camera, for entertainment values. Like I tell you what, like you guys watch my streams, when I'm ripping by myself, I'm not pulling an alt art and just beating on my chest like I'm King Kong when I pull an alt art by myself and screaming and throwing my flip flops. You know, it doesn't get like I get really excited, but it's like an internal scream, and I
Yeah.
internally, you know, throw my flip flops at walls and stuff.
Oh, I know. See, it's so funny. Like I was thinking about it before, before we got on. I'm like, I guarantee he's nothing like his Twitch persona. And that's cool, but that's okay, man, because that's entertainment. Like you're as content creators, we are entertainers first. And I think that is like the most important distinction that a lot of people don't understand is that, you're what you see is not what you're going to get. Like, if we all go hang out and grab dinner, you're not going to be beating on your chest because your steak is perfectly cooked. It's just that's just
You
not.
sure about that one?
I don't know.
I
Actually,
love a good
yep.
steak, man. Yeah, dude. There's a steakhouse in the bottom of the Luxor. Every time I go to Vegas, I eat there. I've definitely probably beat on my chest and beat a couple other things. I was so happy, you know.
That's
Good
awesome.
thing they got tablecloths that are very long.
Yeah.
At that steakhouse. Yeah.
That's awesome. So Package said you can see Rev's normal side when he does collaboration vids with Ryan Rogers. That is actually, I believe that because watching him interact with Ryan, but I also think a lot of that has to do with the fact that they're not like, because Ryan's the same way. Like he is a lot calmer in Rev's videos, even if they're for his channel. So they're still swearing when they're on his channel, but they're in the Poker Cave when they do it. It's just, I mean, it's just two friends hanging out, and you're getting more of an inside scoop into what their normal day-to-day interactions are.
Yeah.
So Polkadance says Danny Phantom is a goat. He gave my son a first edition Team Rocket pack. Wow, that is like, yeah, Danny is somebody I would love to have on this show at some point. When I get big enough to.
You can probably pull
dude,
it off.
Oh, absolutely. There's no doubt,
Dude,
man.
people are so nice. It's
yeah.
People
I know.
They limit themselves. Like we
Right.
all do it to ourselves. We all limit ourselves. We're like, oh,
Right.
I'm this small. I can't do it. Like, why
Right.
can't you reach out and
Yeah,
ask? You
absolutely.
never know what somebody would say, and most people would probably say yes if they have the time,
Right.
bro.
I mean, yeah, and
This
that's
community's so helpful to each other.
It is. I mean, we do have like, I mean, like any community in the world, there are going to be outliers who aren't kind and aren't decent, and they're here for the wrong reasons, and that's fine. We hear about them in Opossum's videos every day, but the majority of the people here are just people trying to hang out and have a good time.
I agree.
And it's, dude, this is like one of the, my wife, one of the reasons, like, so we'll be at card party, and she and I were talking about it whenever they dropped the tickets and I bought them. And like one of the things she said, she's like, I can't wait to A, see you in your element, but B, get to like meet all of these friends of yours. Cause that's the thing. Like, this is not just a community. I mean, it's a group of friends, man. Like, you guys are my friends.
Yeah.
I was on Jay's podcast on Tuesday night, Jay's TCG Corner. He's got a different, or Jay's Corner TCG. His podcast channel's on he's got a different channel that he started for that. But that was one of the questions that came up from the chat was, what was like the feelings on making friends or having all these friends that you haven't actually met in person. And like, I mean, dude, I hang out with you guys pretty much the same amount of time that I hang out with my regular friends.
I don't think it's weird for us. And it's probably not as weird, definitely not as weird for kids like younger than us too, because we were like the first generation. How old are you?
I am 33, so I'm from the Xbox Live generation, dude.
That's what I was gonna say. Like, I grew up playing Xbox Live, and Halo, and COD, and Rainbow Six, and all of, like, even my friends that were close to me that I knew in real life, like, we would get home and then go play Xbox, and we would have Xbox friends, and it just wasn't as weird, So it's nothing different to me.
No, and I feel the same way, and it's even crazier because like. So I'm from New Orleans originally, and when Hurricane Katrina hit, me and my family, we moved to Houston. So after that was when MySpace came out, and then like I was keeping in touch with all of my friends that like everybody that I grew up with, like all of my childhood friends, I didn't know in real life anymore. It was always just on the internet or on the phone. So yeah, like I've been maintaining friendships that way my entire life, it feels like.
Yeah.
Package says one of my friends married someone they played with online first and finally met and then married. Wow, that's see, I've seen stuff like that happen.
I actually know somebody that they met somebody online. I forget what I
Yeah.
think they said they met through COD.
Oh
And
wow.
they ended up getting married. Yeah, he moved up here. She lived up here, and he met her on COD, and they moved up
Yeah.
here together and got married, dude.
Yeah, as my wife pointed out in the chat, like that's so Hurricane Katrina was a tragedy. It was devastating, but it's where I met my wife. It's how I met my wife. She lived in
What, in
Houston at the
Houston?
time. Yeah,
Yeah.
she and I went to high school at the same high school, and then 10 years after I left town and moved back to Louisiana, we ended up reconnecting during the pandemic, and then we rest is history.
Yeah. I do
Original
agree,
Xbox
Tyler.
Rainbow Six. Yeah, that dude. Yes. Oh
That's what
man.
I used to put hours into that game.
Yeah,
I think it was just called Rainbow Six. I don't
I
think
think
there
it
was
was
like
too.
anything attached to
So
it.
Rainbow Six originally was on the PC. I think for Xbox it might have just been Rainbow. I think it was Rainbow Six 3. I think that's what they put out on Xbox was just Rainbow Six 3.
I don't know, but I remember playing that game for hours at a time, dude. I was addicted
Yeah.
to it.
Oh my gosh, yeah. Dude, when Vegas came out on Xbox 360,
Yeah. Yeah, we
oh
played a lot
man.
of Vegas, Halo, and a
Left 4
lot
Dead,
of Call of
man.
Duty. Left 4 Dead was very cool too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, but yeah, when Modern Warfare came out, so I played Call of Duty Big Red 1 on the regular Xbox and then Call of Duty 3, but Modern Warfare was like the turning point for online gaming. That and Halo 3. Like those two games
Oh
I
yeah.
probably put like I'd get done with school, I'd get home and I'd get on Halo 3 or I'd get on Modern Warfare. Um
Yeah, that was life back then, dude.
dude, yeah. I know I was talking to my brother I was talking to him the other day like he was like 9 or I guess he's 7 years younger than me. So when like Black Ops came out or Modern Warfare 2 came out, he was like 9 or 10. And I mean, he was a savant, dude. He would just get on Call of Duty and make me look so bad. I hated every second of it.
Some people are good, man. I was a
Yeah.
demon at Call of Duty for a while.
Oh yeah. Battlefield 1943. Oh man, 1943 was good,
That's a
man.
good game.
Yeah.
Yeah. I
RuneScape.
never really got
RuneScape.
into
Yeah.
RuneScape though.
Yeah.
I
Oh, I
never
played a
really
lot of
got
RuneScape.
into MMOs. Never
Yeah.
was really my thing.
Package says he's gonna be doing some Rainbow Six Siege. So I have Rainbow Six Siege. I have not played a lot of it just because I don't have Package. I'm gonna have to send me your PSN ID or your. I don't have Xbox, but I have PlayStation. If you have PlayStation, I'll play Rainbow Six.
Boo. Actually, I've been thinking about buying a PlayStation just to play Spider-Man.
Bro, I have a love-hate relationship with that game. I don't like the gaminess of it, but I love the way it looks and like the story of it. So I watch the Let's Plays of it. I didn't really play the Batman Arkham games either because I just didn't like how gamified it was.
Why is there Xbox over PS? So I was the same way until I got a PC. So now I just play everything on PC. But I will say, if I was to get a console now, it'd probably be PlayStation over Xbox. But I do got a PC, so everything on Xbox is on PC.
Yeah, I was gonna say you don't need an Xbox. You can just play it on PC.
And then, of course, a Nintendo because we got to play our Pokemon games.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
What do we think? So, what do you think? A lot of people are speculating that we're gonna get another Legends game next. What do you want them to do?
Oh, I think we were just talking about this the other day. I would love for them to do a game, and I think this is maybe what they're working towards, how they did open world Legends Arceus. And then I haven't played any Legends Arceus, but I played Scarlet Violet. That's open world. I think we're going to move into a game to where you can travel from region to region, almost like a GTA 5 style. Like you go from Kanto to Johto to Paldea to whatever you want to do, and you jump from region to region.
Yes.
And I think that would be super dope. Like they could make that one big game, and they could, instead of releasing, how do they release games now? Like once every 8 months or once a year, something like that, pretty much.
So Sword and Shield came out in what, 2018 or 2019? I think 2019 is when it came out. And then after that, it was stagnant until Brilliant Diamond Shining Pearl, which was 2021 or 2020, and then we had Legends Arceus 2021, and then we had like 3 years in a row where we had games come out, which was weird. But dude, yeah.
Yeah, but I thought they do in between that they did Let's Play Pikachu, Let's Play Eevee.
Oh yeah, Let's Go Pikachu and Eevee did come out. I forgot about those games. Let's see. Tone says we all need to play Rust together. So that is, I'm pretty sure that's one of those games where we can all. It doesn't matter what console you're on or if you're on PC.
I actually have Rust. I have Rust. I've never played it. My buddy made me download it, and I've never played it. I've heard it's dope. Yeah.
Yeah. I'm down for. We need to have a game night at some point for sure. Let's see. Package Chill says need another Pokemon Snap or Hey You Pikachu. Man, they just put out a Pokemon Snap. I haven't played it yet, but I really want to. I loved Pokemon Snap growing up.
I ended up getting it. It's it was. I think when you're a kid, it's easier to hold your attention.
Sure.
I don't know if my ADHD has grown or whatever it is, but I tried playing Pokemon Snap and it's just, it's not as fun for me. Because literally all you're doing is you're just riding on a cart and taking pictures of Pokemon. I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like that's definitely one of those games that falls into the this was really awesome when we were kids.
Yeah. Although we get the Detective Pikachu game now.
Oh gosh, that's right. I forgot about Detective Pikachu. I really wanted to try and snag one of those Japanese copies so I could get the promo, but I mean, it's still out there, and I know like Sakura's Card Shop had them for relatively like reasonably priced. That I didn't play the first Detective Pikachu, although I do have it downloaded on my 3DS. But I really want to play that. It just looks like fun. So, am I remembering correctly, or is this something I made up? Didn't Danny DeVito voice Pikachu in the first game?
Oh God, don't ask me. I'm not great with like movies and stuff like that, dude. I barely watch TV.
Well, I know the movie is Ryan Reynolds, but I'm pretty sure hold on, I have to look this up now. I have to make sure I'm not creating some kind of
rumors.
Myth. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, dude.
Let's see.
I hope we get a new game soon, though. It'd be nice because I beat Scarlet Violet, and I didn't do the downloaded content. And I don't know how much is on the downloaded content, if it's even worth it.
From what I've heard, like, I mean, there's two, and from what I've heard, it's vast. Like, it does add a lot to the game. I have not gotten it yet either, but I do want to. Let's see.
Yeah, but it's like $20, isn't it? Give it to us for free. That's just me being a cheapskate.
Yeah, I was gonna say. I mean, it would be nice, but
a Legends Kyurem.
Yeah. Oh, dude, a Legends Kyurem would be cool.
I just like the free. I like that they finally switched to the free roam. I'm waiting until they give us a VR game, man. Like, bro, imagine being in VR and like I haven't broken out this headset in so freaking long, dude. And as soon as we get a Pokemon game, it's on. Like, look how I can blow the dust off this thing. As soon as we get a Pokemon game, dude, it's on. I'm in there.
Dude, I think that would be like
Imagine being standing right here and like looking over and you see your Pokemon and you're like telling them the attacks and then you watch them do it and then the other one jumps at you. You gotta like dive out of the way and like the moves like do some crazy stuff. So you gotta jump. Like it would be so much fun.
Yeah. All right. So, okay. People wanted Danny DeVito, but he had no interest in doing it. All right. That's why I apparently apparently people wanted Danny DeVito, but he didn't want to do it. Oh man, dude, VR Pokemon, I'll never leave home again.
Yeah, dude, I'm serious. I would just be on. I would live in the metaverse at that point in time.
Right. Package and Tyler. Yeah, I knew Ryan Reynolds did the voice in the movie. I was just talking about for the game. It was all of the people wanting Danny DeVito to do it is what I remember happening.
Why would they want Danny DeVito to be Pikachu?
Why not?
Oh,
It's supposed to be like a gruff sounding detective. I could see it. I could buy it.
gotcha. I think
Do it for
Ryan
the
Reynolds
memes.
does a good job.
Oh, he was fantastic. Yeah, he's fantastic.
I
Yeah,
have seen that package. I
dude,
have seen it.
yeah, I would definitely I'd definitely waste away into nothing if that was an option. Well, so we are gonna go ahead and wrap this up a little bit, guys. I just want to thank you all for coming. Sniffy.
Yeah, hold on, because I wanted to give these
Oh, that's
trigger
right.
trades.
That's right. I forgot.
I wanted to give these away to
Yeah.
people.
All right. So
All
here's
right,
what we're
good.
gonna do. All right. I completely forgot. All right. So we're gonna do this.
However you want to do it. I'm gonna go grab
Yep.
something real quick. 1 second.
Yep. Do your thing. And I'm gonna just thank all of you guys for being here tonight. Thank you for joining me with my amazing guest, SniffyMcrib. He is the owner of. You see me. I'm typing and talking at the same time because I can absolutely multitask. He's the owner of VividImaginationCollectibles.com. I've got the website there listed at the bottom ticker. He is also on Twitch at SniffyMcrib. I believe the description has both of those links in it. So I'm going to figure out. I need to see.
However you want to get away, dude, and then they can just shoot me a DM or shoot you a DM and then tell me where to send it to.
All right, so we're going to do, as we do on the channel with all of our fun giveaways, we're going to have a duck race. Let's see, there we go, duck race. Share.
Quack, quack, quack.
Yep, that's right. So we've got in the chat, we have Package. We have Tyler. We have Undead. We have, that's not how you spell Tyler's name. All this dead air is perfect for podcasting. We have Pokedan. We have, I know I saw, who else is in here? I got 4 people. I know my wife is in here. 7 people watching. Yes, good old Titler.
Can you set these for shorter, or are they only?
Dude, I can set them for as little as 10 seconds.
Oh, can you? Okay,
Yeah.
I didn't know how it worked. I've never done one before.
Oh yeah, dude, they're a lot of fun. All right, so I have Package Total, Tyler, Undead, Pokedan, Mrs. PokeTrev. I'm showing 7 people in here. If you are in here, please come into the chat and say what's up if you would like this chance to win.
I don't know what you mean
trade.
by scorpion or a reptile tie. Like the real life scorpion?
Or reptile? No, I think he's talking about like Mortal Kombat.
Oh, probably definitely Scorpion.
Yeah, Scorpion's awesome, man. Reptile was cool because he was an unlockable character or a hidden character.
Yeah.
But
it was pretty much a green Scorpion.
Yeah, so yeah, that's the thing. Like he's just a reskin of Scorpion and Sub-Zero. I know Tone was in here. Tone, look, I'm putting him on here just because he's going to argue about accepting a giveaway. He won't accept it. I don't care. Dude, we will send it to him anyway.
Yeah, he can give it away to the kiddies.
Exactly. All right. So I've got 6 names. So we're gonna. How long do you want to set it for, Snippy?
That's up to you, dude. Whatever you want to do. It's your show. I'm just here to hang out.
Maybe 3 minutes.
Do you get a lot of trick-or-treaters by you?
So we do actually. We get a solid amount, but we don't have we don't set up at our house to give out stuff because we got the kids to take out on our own. But yeah, there's a lot of kids in our neighborhood.
That's dope. This was my first year at this house for Halloween last year. I probably got like 6 trick-or-treaters, and I bought this big bag of candy, and I had all the trick-or-treat boosters ready to go.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and it's kind of sad, but here it's like everybody just goes to one block here for whatever reason.
Yeah, and we're off to the races.
Wah! Wah! Bro, those ducks are so loud.
I know.
Like last time I was in your stream, and all I could hear is wah, wah.
Oh my gosh, I know. I forgot about it. I remember that. Yeah, I like to turn the sound off on these. Or at least lower it a little bit. They're a little bit calmer.
This is a good way to run a giveaway, though. I will say.
It is. I mean, it is like completely unbiased for sure.
Yeah. Because sometimes I feel like you could set up the wheels to kind of land on who you want.
Right.
Because I've messed with those wheels quite a bit. That's why I always sit there and shuffle the crap out of my wheels. Because if you don't, I'm pretty sure if you just like spin right away, whoever's on the opposite side of the wheel will win.
Is gonna win, yeah.
Yeah. It's like it's always pretty much the same. That's why I always shuffle the crap out of all the names. Now you done broke it.
Yep.
Ravens win in London. Dude, I'm gonna be up so early on Sunday. I probably won't even sleep this Sunday.
Oh no, what happened?
You broke it.
I did break it. Oh, all right, it saved it. Whew. Are you gonna open up your fancy box after this?
Yeah, I can. I'll open it up.
Do it.
You gonna rip some with me?
I don't have anything to rip right now.
You're not gonna open up Shining Legends?
I don't have any Shining Legends. I wish.
Bro, Shining Legends is one of my favorite sets.
It is such an incredible set. I was talking about it on Jay's show. I bought the Raichu GX and the Darkrai GX shiny boxes, and opened up those on my streams. But brought our oldest on, and he got to crack open a pack of Shining Legends. Nothing inside of it, but and he was like, "All right, cool, that was fun. I'm gonna go now." And it's like, dude, do you not understand how awesome it is that at 11 years old you got to open up a pack of Shining Legends?
Yeah, it's a tough set, dude. One of the biggest things I ever regret was opening up my Raichu box.
Did you have the pen collection or the pen box, or just
the one with the big card? I don't think it comes with a pen.
So they have like 2. There's just the one that's got like the 4 packs, the big card, and then the small promo. Then they have a longer box.
Yes, that's the Raichu box. I opened that up, and I regretted opening that up for a very long time. That's why I just went and bought another one, because I was so mad at myself for opening up that one.
Tyler wants to know who's a better team, Saints or Ravens?
Come on now.
Ravens.
Yeah.
Oh, Undead won.
Undead!
Yo!
You're alive!
Let's go. All right, Undead, congratulations. You just reach out to Sniffy on Discord, and he will...
I'll send it over to you.
Send that over to you. All right, let me...
So you can give it to all your kiddos.
Yeah. Stop screen. All right, and we're back. Shut up, Duck. All right.
We'll rip this to end it off.
Yeah, absolutely. So I'm gonna full screen you.
It can't be a Pokemon stream without. Can I do 2 cameras in here?
So
I don't know how to use like this software, so I don't know if you can or can't.
Present extra camera. No. Negative. So you'll have to do the whole front face. But I'm gonna enlarge you. So you're the solo man.
Solo. Let's see, do I go swirl my promo?
All the things going to all the kids. I love that Marshadow.
So cool, it won't focus. No swirl, I don't think. Yeah, dude, Shine and Legends is one of my favorite sets to rip. I actually got a decent amount of Shine and Legends in my personal collection. I've been hunting all the shinies for a while.
Yeah.
The only shiny I'm missing is the Shining Mew from this set.
Dude, the Shining Mew is gorgeous. It reminds me of the Korokoro a little bit.
It's so hard to do this backwards.
Minun, Jinx, Ivysaur, Reverse Holo Caldeo, and a Manaphy. Dude, I opened up that Raichu. I had the smaller Raichu box, and I got 2 Marshadow Hollows and 2 Raichu Hollows, and it was so soul crushing.
Yeah, it is. It's hard to pull shinies out of this set, man. I've opened
I know.
a decent amount of it, and very, very rarely do you hit a shiny. But it's like you're always chasing. You just never know.
Right. I mean, dude, that the Mewtwo alone. Pokedan, thank you so much for coming out, man. We appreciate you being here and showing the support. You have a good night, buddy.
All right, last chance. And probably nothing.
Dude, you're going to get the test tube Mewtwo, and we can all scream and beat on our chests.
Oh, God, I wish. I will go absolutely crazy if I pull a Mewtwo. I have one. I think that card is so slept on.
Oh, my gosh. It is and it isn't. Because, like, the value on it is decent, I guess. But no, like, it's definitely, like, a PSA 10 is like $150, which is insane to me.
A PSA 10 is 150?
I think it's either 150 or 200. I think it's between 150 and 200. I know that's a large gap, but like I've seen them go for as low as 150.
I thought raw they were like $90.
Let's see. According to Pokedata,
raw was like 90. I never looked up a PSA 10 though, so I would think they're more because it's
such a hard.
Yeah. It's hard to hit, and then the quality on them was very bad.
Right. Well, I mean that comes from that era so much. Like quality in the XY and the Sun and Moon era was just terrible. Oh wow. Okay. Gosh, so yeah, I perjured the absolute mess out of myself. Yeah. So we have 115 raw.
Oh, it's actually went up.
Yeah,
bro, they were sub 100 maybe 3-4 months ago.
Dude,
so they
absolutely were. So we're at wow. Yeah, no, a PSA 9 is 160. A PSA 9 is 160. The PSA 10 is just under $900.
Woo!
Yep. But again,
I have a raw one, but it's not coming back A10. It's coming back a 9. It's so off center.
Yeah, we have there's 1,825 graded at 10, which honestly for that era, that's about right. Awesome. Well, once again, dude, Sniffy, thank you so much for coming on, man. It's been great chatting with you, brother. Just to give you guys a little bit of all 5 of you, a little sneak preview of what's to come. So next week, rather than doing my typical pack openings, I'm going to be continuing my podcast series. It's my anniversary weekend next week. So all the money I was going to spend on Pokemon cards, I'm going to spend on my wife instead. So next week
should.
Yeah, that is right. She has more than earned it and deserved it because she married my goofy self. But no, so next week we're going to have Handmade by Tennille. She is an Australian streamer. Great, a huge supporter of the Vault Squad. She actually won that giveaway that Dusty Mon had sent to Sean, the package Sean got from Dusty when he destroyed that that Zapdos from the Japanese McDonald's pack. She's the one that won that. So looking forward to doing that. And then speaking of Sean, Friday after next, I'm going to have Pokeball himself come and chat for a little while. So that's going to be a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to having Sneal and Sean on the show. But Sniffy, dude, thank you for being here. It's been a pleasure.
Thank you, guys. I love being here, man. Hopefully we can do it again sometime.
Absolutely, man. No, so that's the thing. Like my goals and my aspirations for this are far reaching. At some point I really want to have like a round table where I get a bunch of us on, and we'll definitely have you in on that as well, my friend. So everybody, thank you for coming out. Thank you for hanging out with us. I've been PokeTrev, and we'll see you on the next live or the next video.
Bye, guys.